Raid Scratch tutorials here, and I'm doing my first actual tutorial this time. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to code movement, which is very essential in a game. So this is just going to be like 2D movement without gravity. So we're just going to be using the default, as the Scratch Cat, and let's get right into it. So always, when you start a program, you drag out one green flag clicked, because when you click the green flag, everything that happens in the program is going to happen. Sometimes it gets more complicated than that, but okay, so, well, you might want to take it the easy way. You might want to say, oh, well, you can just use when WASD pressed or when up arrow, down arrow. But there's a much better way that works better with 2 players, and it has smoother movement, and I'll show you the comparison between the two later in the video. So what you want to do is you want to, in control, sorry, I went a little too fast. So go over to control and drag out a forever loop. A forever loop is very important. If you become a serious scratcher, then you're going to be using it a lot. So forever, what it does is inside of it, it does everything inside of it forever. For example, if I said change x by 10 forever, it'll be forever moving to the right across the screen. So what we want to do is, there's also a very good trick with forever to use sensing. So now it's always sensing forever if, and then you want to say if key right arrow pressed. So let me go over this. When you click the green flag, forever it will be sensing if the right key is being pressed. So I'm clicking the green flag and now it's sensing, oh, if I press the right arrow, then do nothing. But what I want to do is I want it to move to the right, right? So motion in Scratch is based off of coordinate movement. So the center of the screen is 0, 0, and moving positively x is moving to the right, moving a negative x is moving to the left, moving a positive y is moving up, and moving a negative y is moving down. So it's like if you've done graphs on math. So the right, as I said, was changing x in a positive amount. So if I change it by 5, then I'm going to click the green flag, and now if you're doing this side by side along my video or something, because it's a tutorial, now when you press the right arrow, it should be going to the right. The problem is, when I click the green flag, well, you shouldn't expect it to automatically teleport to the center. Well, that's what we're going to make it do. So when you click the green flag, it's going to go to the center, which is 0, 0. So you click the green flag, it goes to the center, and then it forever senses if you press the key right, then it'll go to the right, changing x by 5. I hope you understand this so far. So now what you can do is you can right click on it, duplicate it, right click, duplicated the wrong thing. Right click it, duplicate it, right click it, and duplicate it. Next, what you can do is you can change this one to left arrow, you can change it to up arrow, and you can change this to down arrow. And right arrow and left arrow both move on an X plane, but the problem is up arrow and down arrow move on the Y line, so we need to change it to change Y by something and change Y by something. In this case, we're going to make it, remember, going left is a negative X value, so negative 5, up, positive Y, 5, and change Y by negative 5. And if you ever get stuck, you can always go back to find, it's pretty logical. Motion blocks are in motion, sensing blocks are in sensing, like sensing if keys are pressed, control forever and if, mostly. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've used so far. So now, when I click the green flag, you should go to the center, and when I press any key, it'll go in that direction. It is pretty simple, right? It wasn't that hard to understand. Well, hopefully it wasn't that hard unless I'm a bad teacher, because Scratch is very simple and easy to use. So now you know how to code movement, and if you followed my code exactly, I'm zooming in on it now. If you followed my code exactly, then it should be working. Remember, there should only be one forever loop. You shouldn't make a new forever every time you have an if statement, because you can put all your if statements inside this one forever loop. Alright, now you know how to code movement. On to the next tutorial.